Yes, we are back. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, Stacey. So continue what you were saying about that.
That's how the
Yes.
devil is. I was saying that no matter how you present yourself, there will always be somebody that finds fault with it. And that's why we have to be confident in who we are, what our assignment is, wherever we are. Even at work, it's not just in the church, wherever you are, somebody's going to find something they don't like about what you're doing. And a lot of times that opposition is there to mature us. When it happens,
Yes.
it feels uncomfortable. It might frustrate you, it might aggravate you, just like what just happened. Normally I would be frustrated. I'm not frustrated because the
Right.
reality is the word what people needed to hear they had already heard, and the enemy was just doing what the enemy does, which is being a busybody. But you have to just be true to who you are and do your best. As long as you know you've done your best, you put your best foot forward. Yeah, people are not going to like you. Like my mother said, they talked about Jesus. So you have to be, and again, you have to have a solid foundation of people you
Yes.
trust, people that can speak into you and you can actually hear them, people that can encourage you, and people that can tell you the truth when maybe it's the truth you don't want to hear. But with the peanut gallery, we don't worry about the peanut gallery, not in this season of our lives. We've come too far and we've come through too many things to be worried about the peanut gallery. Because a lot of
Yes.
times the peanut gallery, they're sitting in the same place they're sitting when you started. When you finish, they'll still be sitting there. So you
So
can't
true.
worry about the peanut gallery.
Amen. I love that.
Nope.
What would Stacey of today tell 21 or 25-year-old Stacey?
Honestly, this always really people are freaked out by this. I would have went to the military.
Really?
I would have went to the
Why?
I would have went to the military because I feel like the military for like probably like 5 to 8 years. I feel like the military would have given me like a graduate level course in people under pressure, people, and you know what I mean. Like it's like this is the real world. I think it would have given me, and my college would have been free too. But
Yeah.
I think it would have given me a greater view of people because when you go to school to help people, you have to learn over time how people do things, how people act, different cultures, different religions, different beliefs. And I feel like if I had gone to the military, now I don't know what I would have done in the military because you see, I don't know. Maybe I would have been a secretary. I don't know. But I feel like it would have given me a good foundation to help people better, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
I would have
military
went to the
is a great
military.
foundation for so many people and
Yep.
teaches so many people some great things. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
don't know if I would
really.
have made it, but I would have
Yes.
tried
I
to
don't
go
know if
to
I'd have
the
made it either, but yeah. I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. To wrap up our conversation, I want you to talk to young. I know you do a lot of work with young women, I
Mhm.
mean, all men, women, all
Yeah.
things, but people who are suffering during this time. I want you to tell them how can they find help and, resource, even for some people that may not know God. Like we know God, so we have a double, like, I call it a double wall of protection.
Yeah.
But for some
Yeah.
people who may not know God or people who are just out here suffering during this time, what would you say to them?
What I would say to any young person, which I say to a lot of my students, is that although you may not be in the situation that you want to be in, if you knew that your situation could change, would you want to remain? Would you want to be here to see it through? And if so, you need to find whatever adult you trust. It doesn't have to be a counselor. We can get you to a counselor later. Whatever adults you trust, whatever adult you see who's living the kind of life you want to live.
That's
I would
good.
I would hope it would be your pastor or the woman down the street that is an evangelist or your teacher. But there's always a ram in the bush, and that's what I've
Yes.
been for a lot of students who didn't know God because I do talk about God in my office because it's my office, and so I tell people all the time that things will get better. And this is what I actually tell my students. I just told my brother Terrell this the other day. When I meet students and they're in crisis, I mean homeless, all types of stuff, I say to them, you just met me and I'm going to do everything I can to make it better. Do you believe that things can get better? And
Yes.
a lot of them say, they can't get worse, Miss King. And we laugh and we laugh. I give them a little snack from the box. I give them my expensive bottled water. I was giving away
Oh, you
feet.
like my mother, Stacy. My mother always, them snacks work.
The snacks
Whenever
work.
students would come, my mother would give them a snack.
Well, a lot of them are hungry, and those school lunches. We'll talk about that another show. But
Right.
I give them a snack because that shows them that I care. The one girl was like, "Do I have to pay for this?" I was like, "No, you can pay for no Cheez-Its." But I say to them, like I told my brother when I say, when you come into contact with me, you're coming into contact with God, and things are going to get better. Now, what sometimes things don't get better for me, but if you come into my office, things are going to get better, and that's a guarantee. And it gives and kids want to test you out, like, oh, I'm gonna see if you really going. Things are going to get better. Now you're going to have to do the things that we discuss step by step. But God won't even when I make that statement, I feel God pushing me. He won't let me be a lie. So when I say
Yes.
things are going to get better, they get better.
Amen. I love that. I wish we had more people that had your heart, your heart for people. And we just need to, you encourage me all the time to really, from the beginning, we always had like the same heart to help people, but
Yeah.
you've encouraged me to really get out there and really do more. Even when it comes to my own children, like when it comes to serving and helping out. And the pandemic has been hard for a lot of people, right? And they've really been tested with their mental health and just with family and with just everything has been reassessed,
Yeah.
during these times. So I just want to thank you for your service. I cannot wait to see where your ministry is going to go. I know it's going to blossom and do some amazing things. God is going to be so happy with you in the next couple
Yeah.
of years, but you step out on faith for whatever
Yeah.
God has for you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. And I'm so proud of you and what you're doing. And we'll have to just see what God does with us.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. We got to do that speed dating for Christians, though. I'm serious. Yes. All right, guys. Thank you. Be blessed. We have more mental health talk at the end of the month. My girlfriend Christy is also a counselor, but we have other wonderful men that's going to come on and talk about ministry. Curtis Whiteman is coming on, and Chris Lawrence. So stay tuned. All right. Stay blessed. Bye bye. Sorry about the technical difficulty, but God is still good. All right.